Most men I talk to look successful on the outside. They've got good jobs, they've got good incomes, their relationships are going quite well. But when I actually ask them, how are you doing? They hesitate. Because when they actually stop to think about where their life is at, they feel like something's missing. And it's something that I have been very aware of. And had the privilege to work with over 1,200 men over almost the last decade. And what I'm always looking for is the gap. Because what I realized was the reason why I didn't feel good enough, the reason why I struggled with my own mental health was I just didn't know what was holding me back. There was an idea of where I thought I should be and where society told me I should be. And then there was the truth, the reality of where I actually was. And the only thing that can ever bridge that gap is understanding what has to happen to fix that. It's why I built the diagnostic tool that you would have heard me talk about a lot if you're a long-time listener, the Life Performance Scorecard. It is something that over the number of years, having worked with men and asking them questions and I guess seeing specific outcomes that they want, I know that men, who are thriving successfully, and when I say thriving, I actually hate that fucking word, but when men are doing well financially, they're sacrificing other areas. Their marriage may be slowly eroding, their health, they're not happy with what they see in the mirror, and their just life is ticking by and the years are going and their kids are getting older and they're losing the relationship with them and with themselves, and they just want more out of life. They have that question like, is this all there is? And it's a common thing. And what I wanted to be able to do was to give a tool, create a tool, one, to hold myself accountable, but two, to hold my clients accountable. And now I've made it available to people like yourself so you can see that gap for yourself. Now this scorecard is built around 4 key areas. And the reason why these areas exist is because I believe every single one of them ripples into the next. And from what I've seen and the actual data that I do have, because I have a lot of people who have used this scorecard, it actually gives us data now. And the cool thing about that is most men are struggling in very similar areas. So when you go through and use the core 4, it'll be grouped into categories. And what the categories are is this. I'll explain it and then I'll bring it back to questions within that and why they're there. Now, the first one is strong body. Then we move into calm mind, clear purpose, and confident life. Now, hear me out. Here's where they all fit in. Firstly, the strong body is your energy, it's your physical appearance, it's how the strength that you have, your sleep, your recovery, your training, your nutrition, all of that stuff. And the reason why I believe it comes first is because the quality of the vehicle or the car that you drive allows you to build everything else on top of that. And so if it's not where you want it to be, so a strong body for everyone is different. I just want to preference that. So it doesn't mean that you need to have 6-pack abs and everything like that. No, you need to be clear on what the life that you're trying to build looks like and what a strong body in terms of health, energy, vitality looks like to help you and to support you to achieve that. And this is where we put the ball back in your court and take agency over your life. You get to decide that. And you'll see how this becomes a great feedback loop. But ultimately with the questions that we have there, these questions are to get you to start thinking about different areas around strong body pillar. And you'll go, I've never actually thought about that. And it's not about getting 100% accurate because to be honest, we've got 5. It's like disagree, strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree, right? Very simple, but you get to choose that. And what it's getting you to do is to start thinking about that area. And if you're struggling to have, certainty around it, or you haven't thought about it before, I know that off the back of it, you're going to go, there was a question there that I just can't get off my mind. There's a question there that I hadn't thought about a lot, and there's a question there that I just didn't have any answers to. And I need to go find that out if I want to go to the next level. Now, after the number of questions, it'll give you a score, right? A score out of 30, but also a percentage overall, because what it will help you do once you then go through all of the questions, it'll show you which area scores what and which could be your weakest pillar. And the cool thing about that is then you can go, cool, well, maybe I'm on level 3 of the game of life. If I want to go to level 4, I need to address strong body. Or if I want to go to level 4, I need to address clear purpose. And what the cool thing about this scorecard is when it's done, it'll give you a personalized report. So you'll get an email, and actually everyone, even if you've done this and you haven't clicked this link, go back and do it. But it will give you a personalized report. Click the button where it says view report. You can download the PDF and it'll actually give you some tips and tricks, some things that you can do to start improving your quality of life in that area. And that's what I would do. I would walk away and then go and do that, or it'll then ask you to book a call with me if you wanted to chat further about working together. And if not, don't worry about it. Let's just have a conversation. But the second area is calm mind. Now, once you've got your body and your energy and your physicality, your sleep recovery, all that in order, we want to start working on the mind, because your body is the vehicle, your mind is the driver. A lot of men, and the data shows this from the scorecard, that a lot of men have tough time quietening their mind, right? They have very busy minds. And what we know about this is, okay, well, if you've got a busy mind, we need to help you slow it down. We need to help you quieten it. And one of the things that we do with the men that I work with and in the group coaching program that we're going to launch soon is we introduce you to the margin method. And I'll quickly give you an introduction to that now. But when you have a busy mind, my belief is it's for one of two reasons, right? Firstly is you'll feel one of two things. First one could be overwhelmed. Now, when you're feeling overwhelmed, to me, that means that you've got too much on your plate and you don't believe that you have the capacity or the time to get it done. You feel like you're constantly juggling a million balls and you just don't feel like you'll be able to maintain it for a long time. The second one is you're feeling anxious. And to me, I look at that as you have fear of the future. You don't have a clear plan on how you're going to achieve the thing that you want to achieve, or there's uncertainty. And so in either instances, we want to help you calm the mind by going, okay, well, if we're feeling overwhelmed, we need to get a sense of control back, meaning we probably need to look at all of the things we've committed to, put it down on paper, prioritize it, delegate, delete, and then start from a fresh canvas. If we're feeling anxious, we need to create, once again, a sense of certainty. So we've got a sense of control, sense of certainty around why we're doing what we're doing to get specific outcomes. And when we start implementing this margin method, we want to put chapters, right? And I'm not going to bore you with that now because we want to stay on top with the scorecard, but that's what we do. And we help teach you then to get in control of your mind, which once you then feel like you have a strong body, right? Your vehicle's ready to rumble, and you have a clear head to be able to make some great decisions and start thinking and expanding your life and expanding your mind, then we move to clear purpose, where this is where, rather than just feeling like you're surviving, this is where we move into creation and expansion. And this is where a lot of people don't get to enjoy life. And it's been something that I've been so fortunate to do over the last decade, where we start thinking about, what do I really want my life to look like? What is the purpose of me being here? What do I want to do that's bigger than myself? And we introduce you to, obviously, goal setting. Many of you have done goal setting before, but looking at how do we really expand what you want to achieve, and what does that look like over the next 3 years, the next 2 years, the next 12 months? How do we set that up for yourself? And really introducing you to the experience bank, where as you start to grow, one of the biggest things that a lot of men neglect is the adventures and the experiences. So we introduce you to 5 different areas. Now, you don't have to do them separately, you can overlap, but basically we encourage you to visit a new city, because it'll just shift your perspective, right? When you're in the same cycle, it's very easy to just keep your head down a meter in front of you and not look up and look at the beauty around you. The second thing is doing something new with a partner or a family member. Then there's doing something with your mates. There's doing something solo. And then there's doing something hard. Now, obviously you can mix and match however you want, but if you do those over the years, it's going to change how you see life. And that's a separate podcast in and of itself. But that'll help you get a sense of purpose back, because you're experiencing new things, you're learning from the feedback of it, and then you're getting to decide, hey, I really enjoyed doing that hard challenge last year. I want to do more of that, and it's going to give me something outside of my career to get up and get cranking for. Then you become a part of community. Then you might start raising funds for a charity. So it's a really cool thing. Now, the final piece, we go into confident life. And the confident life is making sure you're doing what you said you would do. How many times have you said, I'm going to book that holiday, and another year passes you by and you haven't booked the bloody holiday? Or what about when you said, I'm going to train for that event, and then all of a sudden the year passes you by, or the event runs its course, and you didn't bloody do the event? It happens so frequently that it upsets me, because now with my young son, I'm watching how quickly time goes again, and it feels like it's sped up. And I just want to continue maximizing life and the experiences that I can have And I want that for people around me as well. And so when we look at a confident life, we want to make sure that we're being the person we know we should be. So things that we look at within that, and these questions get you to think about in this specific category of the questions, is who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? What are the things that you've done recently that are like a bucket list item or a reverse bucket list item? What would be some things that you're holding yourself back from? What environment have you created for yourself, and is it supporting you to be the best version of yourself? And so I know I skipped over the questions from the clear purpose, but obviously that's around a sense of direction and feeling like you're here for something bigger and feeling like you have something to offer the world. And if you don't, once again, we help you see that you do, because I do believe everyone does. And same with those questions on clear purpose. So it's very simple. It takes less than 4 minutes. The questions are thought-provoking. You will get a score. You can then continue to do it for free. If you want to do it every month and do it off your own back, by all means, go ahead and do it. You will get the PDF report that is personalized to you. It'll take your scores, and your scores will be different to the next person who takes it, and it will give you a personalized report, right? And from that, you can then do what you want with it. But I will be very transparent with you. You will get, I think it's 5 to 7 emails from me that are gonna, once again, give you tips and tricks and share parts of my story around how this tool has been beneficial. But every now and then it's going to say, hey, if you want to see how potentially working with me, whether it's in a one-on-one capacity or in our new Alive and in Control group program, can help, book a call. We'll have a quick chat. I obviously have all your information. It will ask you to fill out another form, and then we'll see if we can deliver as much value to you as possible, to the point where you think, hey, either the group program or working with Lachie one-on-one, will be highly valuable. That's my intention. It's all out on the table, but definitely go have a crack at the scorecard at least. It will, really bring some awareness to your life. And when you're aware of things, you can start doing things to change it. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in the next episode.